So what if I told you that Blake Lively wrecked herself, not Justin Baldoni, and this was 100% provable? See, unfortunately for Blake Lively, there is a record of the wrecking ball she took to herself, complete with dates and accompanying articles, so we can look at this day by day, trending point by spicy trending point, until things go terribly, terribly badly on her watch. And then suddenly, after this disaster, it's all Justin Baldoni's fault. Somehow, in some way, they try to shift the blame. Now, Justin Baldoni pointed this out in court filings too, but you and I were going to go further than that. We're going to look at undeniable proof, making sure anyone can understand that. Share this everywhere too, because this is fun times. This is fun times indeed. Alright, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day, by the way. I hope you are doing excellently. So Blake Lively wrecked herself, not Justin Baldoni, and we are going to look at an undisputable timeline that shows beyond a shadow of a doubt she is responsible for this. And we're going to start by examining one of the 180 pages that Justin Baldoni filed saying, yeah, she wrecked herself. It started because of this. And well, had she moved on, the public would have never known. These dates in here too, they're important. We're going to look at them as well. So check this out. So had Lively chosen to merely ride out the self-inflicted press catastrophe she faced in August 2024, the public would have likely moved on and never known the truth about her. They would have never known that she deliberately and systematically robbed plaintiffs Justin Baldoni, Wayfair Studios, of their movie. No one except the parties involved would have known that she used threats and extortion to relegate the colleagues she once highly praised to a basement to set out their own premiere, while she enjoyed the spotlight of a premiere and after party that was ultimately co-financed by both Wayfair and Sony. She would have gotten away with these things and more because Baldoni, focused entirely on seeing his film succeed, would have held his tongue as he had through the year and a half that Lively tormented him, his family, and his partner. But Lively could not tolerate her publicly tainted image for even a moment, and further could not accept it was entirely of her own making. She needed the scapegoat. So this is Google Trends. Now, Google Trends has been set to the past 12 months, as you can see right here on the top. And if you look, you'll notice that these are the high points of when someone or something is mentioned, all the way up to its highest. It'll say 100. And you notice Blake Lively's name is right there. Now, Blake Lively wants you to focus on this part. It's all about the lawsuit. It's all about Justin Baldoni. He did it, right? But she wants you to forget about this part right here. This is what he was discussing. August 2024. Now, movement starts in July, with the real movement jumping up to around 28, happened between July 21st and July 27th. And if you look at the relevant articles at the time, meaning the ones that are highest in discussion, these things are about Blake Lively and about Ryan Reynolds and Lady Deadpool, about them, their fourth baby, rumors and more. And you start having discussion about It Ends With Us. Now, the second jump is more of the same between July 28th and August the 3rd, with both Blake Lively and Baldoni being mentioned, plus It Ends With Us. But you'll notice, it isn't negative about the two of them. They're talking about the movie. They're talking about some criticisms, but this comes up in a very positive way. Now here, at August 4th to the 10th, this is when the controversy starts kicking in. This is 100% Blake Lively, by the way, and you'll notice that substantial jump, 28 to 30 to 43. And this is where backlash and controversy start coming in, where August the 7th, for example, Blake Lively receives backlash for controversial September issue cover of Vogue, with people noting they're tired not just of Blake Lively, but Ryan Reynolds and their constant, shameless self-promotion. And interestingly, this is the first time you see anyone talk about controversy, but guess who shuts that down? Justin Baldoni. In fact, if you read the interview at the time, it's actually quite fascinating. Why? Because he goes out and he tries to say the nicest things about her, telling you 100% he would have never gone public with everything that happened if she wouldn't have gone out and tried to destroy him. Now, the next point is when everything pops off. This will be the 11th to the 17th. You notice it's jumped up to a 74 from a 43. Now, around the 11th is when everything really starts to bubble to the surface. I mean, you see articles calling out some of this on the 9th, but as you can see in trending, it doesn't really take off until about the 11th. And the backlash is 100% about her. Why? Because people think that she has forgotten what this movie should be about, which is about DV. That's the discussion, not about Blake Lively, not about her pushing Ryan Reynolds or floral motifs. I mean, look at this here. But surprisingly, in recent months, Blake Lively has embraced the promotional strategy that sparked considerable debate amongst fans, despite the movie tackling the harrowing subject of DV, as Lively's promotional campaign shifted the film's focus from serious themes to a more aesthetic-driven approach. It raised eyebrows. Soon the actress started facing backlash online. Then, it notes, too, that here, adding fuel to the fire, Lively's promotional prominently featured her husband, Ryan Reynolds, alongside her. Thereafter, the actress' coupling of her film's promotion with Ryan Reynolds' high-profile project, Deadpool and Wolverine, had some fans accusing Lively of attempting to replicate the Barbenheimer trend. This sparked further backlash since people claimed that the couple's public appearance sidelined the sensitive matter of the film. Now, Lively tries to shift this over the next 2 days, 12th and the 13th. You know, she's getting backlash, but she's trying to shift what has gone on over the last few months. Now, from the 13th to the 17th, this is when the backlash, it truly intensifies, and also we can see a bit of that finger pointing, where some of these odd rumors about Baldoni, about crisis teams, and more come up. It's like Deflection, and this Deflection, this will come up big time later. But if you look at what rules over this time, you have, we're going to defend Blake Lively. Why? Because of the backlash. That's what it's all about. That's Slate trying to defend against it. You have other places like Vox saying, why is everyone mad at her? And again, it's about the things we talked about and more. They have articles like from Glamour reminding her, hey, your movie's supposed to be about DV survivors, not about yourself. You have Forbes talking about the backlash on TikTok explained. And this, it continues to the point you have places like this saying, hey, just a reminder to everyone, Blake Lively, not to make prego jokes. Now, that's just an overview with proof. I mean, really, we could get much more detailed here, but the point in all of this is to say that Blake Lively wants you focused right here, saying this is Baldoni ruining me, when in reality, this she brought on herself, and she could have handled it herself too, but instead, she tried to ruin somebody and point the finger. I mean, it is clear, you can see it in the articles and more, but you let me know what you think, and as always, appreciate you. Gonna let you go with this. See you soon.